Say your prayers, Andross. Don't get too cocky, Star Fox.
Let's see how you handle our new ships.
Too bad Dad's not here to see you fail. We'll make sure you never reach Andross. We'll just see about that, Star
Salutations, my fellow dudes and dudettes, and welcome to the finale of Star Fox 64. Now that we're on Venom, we're face to face with Star Wolf once again in this playthrough. They are significantly harder than the first time, though. You want to be careful, because not only can they barrel roll just like you, they don't let up with their lead. Not only does it do more damage, like they don't stop. I believe. Alright, cool, Falco. Alright, now if you could just keep Leon busy for a little while, we should be good. Each Star Wolf member will give you 50 points, and that should be enough to meet the medal requirement, which I believe is 200. And even if you don't, the final boss should give you plenty of points. And Falco couldn't keep Leon busy for 10 seconds. Falco, you useless bird. And as you can tell, I'm about to die because Falco is a useless... It's like throughout this entire playthrough, Falco has been nothing but trouble. And now I have to save him again. And now I'm frazzled because I had to save him at 10 seconds after saving him. And now I'm dead. Falco, I hate you. Alright, let's move on.
I'll go it alone from here.
I am very sorry about that. That just pissed me off. It's like, Falco, I saved you in like 20 seconds, you're being chased again. You just had to all you had to do was keep him busy for a little bit. Alright, now with this section of towards Andross, you actually have to pick between two paths repeatedly, and you can get a bunch of neat power-ups if you go the correct ways. If you go the wrong way, you'll just end up getting nothing, and that kind of sucks. In my case, I don't have hyper lasers, so. My biggest recommendation for that Star Wolf battle is make sure you have hyper lasers before you get into that level. It will save you a lot of pain, because I sped that up. That probably took me 10 minutes. Well, okay, that might be a bit of exaggeration, like maybe 5 minutes, but still. Whew. And whenever, and not only like when you get 50 points for each Star Wolf team member, you'll also get a nice recovery ring, whether it's the gold ring or the star. You preferably want the gold so you have plenty of health for this boss, because I'm gonna just say this now, Andross is probably one of the hardest bosses in the game, at least on the hard route. For what it's worth, it's the same battle for the first phase. So, you know, shoot his eyes, you stun him, go for the hands when needed. And once you destroy the hands, and you you go for the forehead, and then we'll move on to the second phase.
Only I have the brains to rule Lylat.
So, Andross, you show your true form.
He indeed has, and he is no slouch. Andross is going to start by shooting his eyeballs out as if they're like tethered to him. And you want to shoot his eyeballs. Be careful with the tether wire because that can hurt you. And I believe smacking right into Andross's brain will hurt you too. You're in all range mode, so you can fly anywhere. And that yellow marker on the map, on the little radar, will always tell you where Andross's brain is. So make sure to go for these eyes. Oh yeah, and since I took forever to take down Star Wolf, my point quota is my points look pretty tiny. Blame Falco. Stupid bird. Now once you destroy the eyes, now the real challenge comes in. You gotta aim for the membrane on Andross's brain. That's his main weak point. He does two forms of attacks. He shoots out a whole bunch of spores out from the bottom of his brain, and those can explode if you get too close. The other attack, which is the more dangerous, as you're about to see right here, he entangles you in his little tentacle things. You take a lot of damage, and he certainly busts up at least one of your wings. And because he destroyed one of my wings, now my laser is pretty weak. And if all that wasn't bad enough, he also tails you a little bit. A little tip: whenever you if you shoot at him too many times, he'll just automatically disappear. Accidental U-turn, that probably could have gotten me killed. Well, not killed, but still. This music is pretty intense, though, I'll say that. But yeah, that's pretty much how it is. You shoot him, he teleports, lather, rinse, repeat. Just please don't fly into him, because you'll most likely get tangled up in his tentacles. I'm not sure what that actual part of the brain is. I didn't take it out of me. He's really giving me some weird AI, because usually I get stuck in his things more than once. It's only a matter of time before he goes down.
If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
That sounds terrible.
Don't ever give up, my son.
What? I thought he was dead. Okay, he's not dead. Alright, we got one final phase. We need to fly out of here. However, I have OCD. So we're going to restart that with both of my wings intact. I can't help it.
Follow me, Fox.
Alright, now you don't want to slack off with this one. You want to stay as close behind James as you possibly can. If you fall too far behind, you won't be able to follow his exact directions. And if you take a wrong turn, you'll go right into a bunch of explosions, and you will instantly die.
Never give up.
Now, as far as I can tell, the explosions can't catch up to you and kill you, and yeah, this is a very nothing part. Anyways, we're done. Just make sure you stay close to James, and you should be okay.
become so strong, Fox.
Fox, you're okay!
Way to go, Fox!
That's our leader. What's wrong, Fox? Nothing. Nothing's wrong.
Now, the implication is that that was just like a ghost or like a phantom of James. It wasn't his like legitimate dad. Like, as far as we're concerned, he's still dead. It's just it was possible it was just a ghost, but I don't know. This game, this franchise likes to do that every so often. I think it, I think it does it in again in Star Fox Command. And in the reboot, Star Fox Zero. Yeah, this is like the only franchise, to my knowledge, that rebooted itself twice. So bizarre. But that was Star Fox 64. What can I say? I freaking love this game. Oh man, like I love all the little power-ups. I love getting into the action of it all, shooting all of Andross's comrades down. All the bosses are just a test of how fast you can press that A button to fire like crazy. This game is great, and it's got a lot of replay value too, because like I showed you all the levels, but there's nothing stopping you from creating your own route. Just try and get the maximum amount of kills. I wouldn't necessarily give a recommended route because, like, I wouldn't give a recommended route for trying to get the max amount of kills in one single playthrough, because I'm really good at this game, but I am not like a absolute Star Fox god or anything. I'm just a very capable player. I have managed to unlock all the medals to get expert mode. I did all the medals in expert mode. Not with this file though. I don't feel like it's necessary. You do get something for actually getting all the medals. Like not only do you get something for not only do you unlock expert mode, you actually unlock a few other things too. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna let this play for you real quick.
Star Fox, we are in your debt. I would be honored to have you as part of the Cornerian...
Oh, no, sir. We prefer doing things our own way.
Great Fox is ready to go.
It's time for us to go now.
I don't see why anyone would want to join the Cornerian Army, because as far as we're concerned, the Cornerian Army did zippity doodah in this game. Like, they just got attacked. They spent more time getting destroyed than actually doing anything. Like, literally, Andross's entire army fell to 4 pilots. I guess you could argue 6 because there's also Cat and Bill, but you only see them in like 2 levels at that. 2 levels. I don't even think it's possible to actually see them both, because like Cat is in Zonus, and the only way to get to Zonus is through Aquas. And you can't go from Katina to no, Katina would be the thing. Yeah, there's no way to get from Katina to Zonus, because Katina would be the 3rd level you're technically doing on a playthrough. On the hard route, Aquas would be the 3rd level. So you're kind of in a bind there. A little nice attention to detail you probably might have noticed. Your the whether you encountered Bill or Cat, they actually appear at the beginning of the end credits, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, once you get all the medals for the basic playthrough, you unlock expert mode and a proper sound test. So you can listen to all the tracks in the game if you really want to, and you unlock an extra a mode for multiplayer. And there's a couple of other things with expert mode too. Sorry, my screen went to sleep. But that's it. That was Star Fox 64. I hope you all enjoyed this playthrough. I sure as heck did. This game is very near and dear to my heart. And we got the end this time. Andross is gone for good. At least until Star Fox Adventures. Like I have a lot of opinion. I have a lot of opinions about this franchise as a whole. This franchise is pretty all this. This franchise tends to be all over the place in terms of quality because Star Fox 64 is still considered the best game in the series, and that's kind of a shame because this was released in 1997, and we're in 2020 now. What are you gonna do? Just comparing my scores?
What?
And I think with that said, I like to think I can call it a video. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. I definitely did. And next time in the Star Fox series, we'll be going to one of the more interesting entries in the series. Assuming I don't get to the original Star Fox first. That would be Star Fox Adventures. However, with the next project I got planned, and I've been playing this for a while, I kind of wish I jumped on it when the game came out. But our new journey, our new adventure, stars a little boy who's stranded on an island, and this entire journey revolves around him trying to get off said island. And there are many mysteries for him to discover. What kind of mysteries are we talking? What kind of island is this little boy on? We'll find out soon enough. So until then, I am Setting 007. I got a juice.